Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are surprisingly back on Forza Horizon 4 already. Today we'll be checking out the 1973 Ford Capri Forza edition. Now, on request by Admiral Eclipse, one of my subscribers, I will be taking a look at this car and just pretty much showcasing it for you as you would like to see it. So yeah, I don't know exactly why this car is in so much popular demand. It's actually a skills boost car, so obviously it boosts your skills in certain ways or another. So let's just go and have a look at it first of all. Maybe I'll fully tune it. I don't really know what I'm going to do in this video. I think what I'll do, I'll fully tune it, then maybe do a couple of cross-country races, I think they're dirt races, see how it competes against driver tiles on expert difficulty, and then, yeah, see how we go from there. So, I don't know what went on with the screen then. Yeah, so there's the Ford Capri FE. Looks pretty much exactly the same as a normal Capri. Path has been slightly lifted. The bumpers have been removed. It's got these rather revolting yellow wheels or yellow rimmed wheels. And a matte grey colour, which is actually quite a funky grey colour. So what I'm going to do, I would normally put my livery on it. So at the moment my liveries are, as you can see when it flicks across here, like that sort of thing. It's white with my YouTube and all that sort of thing on the side. That's what I'll put on here eventually, but I don't want to bore you to death putting that on this car. So I'm just going to leave it as it is for now, but I will customize it and see what we can do to it and what we can't. I did notice there's a body kit here, so let's just have a look, see what we got. So it's just showing us that it's got the Forza body kit on it, so we can change it back to its original Forza Edition standard if we wanted to. So let's actually have a look at customization wise. So we're actually going to go in quite in depth with customization, which I don't normally do. So this one, the race intake's already been installed. The race fuel system's already been installed. Race ignition's been installed. The race exhaust is already there. Oh, that hasn't been fully tuned. So the race cams and valves. Can we see the specifications here? So it gives us an extra, well, yeah, extra 60 brake horsepower, around about, and a lot more torque. So I don't know why that's sort of reducing the acceleration for some reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe because the cam's heavier, so so it's slightly slower. So to move, it needs more power to get the crank moving and all the valves and everything. Because of course, if it's a race specifications, it's going to have to be stronger, possibly heavier. So yeah, inertia will be harder to encounter. Counteract, yeah. Anyway, so let's go have a look at the engine block. The same thing there. If we skip over here to get an extra, go to 410 brake horsepower, more torque, and a bigger displacement. So that's a 2.3 litre V6 or straight six. I'm not quite sure if this V or straight. If we go down here again, have a look at the specs. It brings us up to 430 brake horsepower, much more torque, and extra, much more power. If we have a look down here. So what it's done here, it has caused the weight to be slightly sort of imbalanced. It's not a 50% weight distribution anymore. It's got a slightly heavier front end now, and the weight's a lot more as well. Quite a considerable amount, but the brake horsepower is a lot more. So of course the brake horsepower will counteract the weight, although that will cause the handling to suffer slightly. Brake horsepower wise, we bring the race intercooler. Of course, you need an intercooler. We've got big ass turbo. You need a big ass intercooler. If you go down here, we've got race oil and all that sort of thing. Yeah, we just won't go too much into depth now. But actually, the race flywheel's already done. Excellent. So that's the engine compartment done. We've got full brakes. We've got our roll cage. I don't know if this. Yeah. Just makes it slightly lighter if you don't have the roll cage in, obviously, but yeah, so we're not going to worry about any of that. Let's have a look at the drivetrain. So we've got the different clutches. If we go down here, this just makes the car a lot lighter because of course it's a lighter flywheel, lighter clutch plate, all that sort of thing. Yeah, so that's all done. So move along here, that's all done. This is done. I won't do any sort of specific tunings because I'll just end up messing the car up. Oh, that's a lot better when you got the that yellow bit removed. Oh, that just makes the car look so much better. Right, so that's much better looking like that. Let's have a look at the bumper wires. So we've got these awesome rally fogs, which go on the front here. Yeah, we might as well leave it off because we're going to try and make a like full-on off-roader car. As judging by the size of the tyres, it's definitely sort of something to go around the mud sort of quarry area, which I will take this on eventually. Making it spoilerless benefits the weight quite a lot, the acceleration, handling, and all that, because obviously there's no drag. But it does make it look a bit weird, so I think I will leave it on there for now. Yeah, we'll sort that out. That's all good. Conversions. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. So we've actually got a 2-litre straight 4. So it's a 4-cylinder straight engine. Originally it was a, where's the displacement? So it was a 3-litre V6 or straight 6, but now we've gone down to a 2-litre or 2.3 litre, judging by the displacement down there. It's a 2-litre 4-cylinder. So we've gone down a couple of cylinders, but the power's a lot more, so I don't know why that is. Right, because we're going to try and make a 4-wheel drive sort of off-roader, we really sort of want it to be 4-wheel drive, but it really does sort of give us deficits on the speed, handling, and braking, but the acceleration and launch is a lot better. And it costs 10 grand. But again, as I said, we want to try and make an off-roader, so that's what we're going to try and do here. Because at the moment, I'm actually full of cars that are really good for doing like speed cameras and handling, that Pagani's Honda HE, the Lamborghini Reventon HE, that sort of thing. But I haven't got any sort of off-roaders, so this is a good sort of car to use for that, really. Right, so that's the customization done on this. Let's actually have a look at the specifications, what we've actually done to it, what the specs are on this thing now. So we go to the conversions over here, we can see how much we've got. So we've got 540 brake horsepower, providing 449 foot-pounds of torque, which I think is just a teeny bit less than what a Mercedes-Benz E55 AMG produces. The weight is just over 2,000 pounds, which I don't, maybe 1.5 tons, not quite sure the conversion rates there. Front 55% weight distribution, which is a bit out of place, and the displacement is a 2.3 litre 4-cylinder. So we've now got a 4-cylinder instead of a 6-cylinder, but we'll see what the effects on this are. But because this is an off-roader and it is a HE edition, what we're going to do, I'm going to take it off-roading straight away. Let's just see if we can locate this quarry of some kind. It's Mud Kickers, it's called, I think. Yeah, there it is, Mud Kickers. We'll head down there and we'll see what this thing's like. But we're not going to use the roads. We're going to go as the crow flies, as this thing is a 4x4 after all. It feels quite light, actually, in terms of how it feels. I know it weighs quite a lot, like 2,000 pounds. Whoa! Yeah, okay, that's... I could see that coming a mile off. Oh yeah, I've got simulation damage on, so yeah, bit of a mistake going on there. Right, let's just bounce there, because of course if I bounce there, it fixes the car, because of course I've got simulation damage on, so that caused me a bit of issue there. But actually, it's quite weird, this car feels quite light, although it weighs 2,000 pounds, which I think translates to about a ton. 2,000 pounds is about 1 pound is 2 kilograms, I think. Or 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds. Whoa, okay, this has got 4-wheel drive and it's still a bit drifty. Not forgetting that the ground is very wet. Brakes are good, especially on this kind of surface. Don't judge me on my maths, I'm pretty terrible at maths. I passed my GCSEs, but on the skin of my teeth. Even though it was a few years ago now. Right, so just giving this thing a bit of a flip around here. It was actually really agile. I can kind of see why this car was so highly requested. It's just, whoa! sounds good too. Right, can this thing climb this hill? I bet it's gonna go something. Look at that. No problem whatsoever. So yeah, the brakes are pretty good as well, which is really handy. What I'm going to do now, instead of giving it a run up, I'm just going to drive. So it has got turbocharged rather than superchargers. There will be a slight lag in the power, but I think this thing will do fine. Look at that. No struggle at all. Now I tried to do that in the Arctic trucks. I think it's the Land Cruiser I tried to do it in, and it failed. It just couldn't go up the hill. But this thing, mincemeat. Right, so there we go. Just giving a quick introduction to this. Let's just do a race of some kind. I don't know whether to do a cross-country event or whether to. I think we should do a cross-country event because they're the more sort of intensive off-road events. Where's this one go? Yeah, we'll try that one out, but we'll bounce there to save you a bit of time. That's already 11 minutes into a video already. I don't really want to make a video too long because we're only reviewing one car instead of two, and normally my videos that I've reviewed two cars on are about 19 minutes. And it's quite long, I know, but it's just generally how long these things take. But I'm in a bit more depth for this one because it is one car, and it's a highly requested car too. Right, so we just do this. We won't be using that, that's for sure. It's actually part of the Rally Monsters class, so yeah, why not? We'll go for that. Event settings, whatever. I don't care about that. But what we'll do is we need to change the difficulty level because I've got an unbeatable. For many reasons, when I play this game, I create a race which I can just use to drive around and enjoy the cars without crashing into stupid drive tires or AI or even I could drive a convertible car in the pure sunshine. That's why when you look at my thumbnails of my videos, you see them in summer, even though the live season may be winter or autumn or something, whatever. But actually, in the thumbnail, they're in summer. That's because I'm using my race that I usually just drive around and enjoy the car rather than crashing into any idiots or getting rained on when they've got a car with the roof down. And I've probably got some copyrighted music there. Not good. I should have done that beforehand, but rewind we want on. Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. So rewind we want on. Let's turn that off to cosmetic because I don't really want to screw things over too much. So let's stick on expert. That's normally the kind of average-ish difficulty. Streamer mode we definitely want on because I don't want to get copyrighted music again. That was annoying. Right, so let's see how well this thing performs because we've got hooligan cars, we've got beefy rally cars. Whoa, okay, this thing is very, very light. Treads very lightly. Whoa, don't forget, I normally play these sort of things in first person. I'm doing it in third, so I'm a little bit out of my place. Whoa, and you can see the lightness of the car then when we went through the water. Because you saw how much it just bounced out just by. Whoa, okay, right there. Maintain concentration. Really halfway through the race already. Ugh. I was supposed to be trying to get the race in line, not realising the checkpoint over there. Whoa, okay, this thing is very lively. Even with the four-wheel drive system, this thing is mad. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quickly, after this race, whoa, the brakes let me down there again. My gear change is letting me down as well. Bloody ramp. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump into Fortune Island, and then I'm going to go around the needle, put this thing in rear wheel drive, because this thing drifts like crazy. I'm not doing very well in this race because obviously the grip just isn't there. This thing is just a drift machine. And of course you don't want to be drifting around in races because it help you lap up. Oh, damn it. That's so annoying. These checkpoints can get really irritating. They put me in stupid places. So I mean, there's no grip at all, so you're just bouncing around on these bumps as well, really vigorously as well. But the performance of this thing is really good. And there we go. There was a quick race. Yeah, so what I've established so far is it's mad. It's completely mad. It's very powerful for the weight. I think it's sort of around the same sort of weight as a Lotus Elise with 500 brake horsepower. And I think the 11S has about 250. The Lotus 111S has about 250 brake horsepower, round and about. So, yeah, the power to weight ratio is probably about 500 brake horsepower per ton, near enough, ish, which is really good. So yeah, that you could definitely tell by the lightness of this car by when you try and do these cross-country events. I keep calling it something else. Cross-country races. There we go. Let's get it properly said. When we went through that stream, or even river, really, the car bounced just because it's so light that it's just really bouncing. I'm sure the suspension's quite soft, so that's not helping with the lightness either. But yeah, that is a really, really mad car. So what I'm going to do, when we jump into the festival, we should go straight into the festival when it loads up. I'm going to change it to rear wheel drive, turn the traction control and stability control off, and try the needle, and let's see how many points I can get. Now, don't forget, I'm not much of a drifter. I'm not a drift machine in any way, shape, or form. So, I don't know how well I'm going to do, but let's see. I'm still not sure whether I'm going to keep this car or not, but I think I'm going to because it's quite handy to have, especially for like off-road races, because that is pretty quick. Here we go to conversions. Let's go over here, put it back to rear-wheel drive as it should be. I know it's a rear-wheel drive car and it's got, well, I know it's an off-road car. It should have four-wheel drive, but judging by the way how this thing's handling, I think it would suit drifting quite well. Although the tyres are ginormous and not very drift-like, so bit of an oxymoron going on there. A bit contradictory. But let's see. We'll just turn the traction control off and everything and then see how well we do. Probably not very well, but we'll see. We will see. Turn that off, and let's see. See what happens. As you can see, I'm not much of a drifter. Right, let's actually get to the needle first before I start drifting, because otherwise I'm not going to get any points for it. Okay, yeah, I actually preferred this thing in four-wheel drive. It felt better in four-wheel drive. The steering felt a bit sharper. In terms of planted racing feel, the four-wheel drive was a lot better. Although I can imagine this thing to be a bit of a boost down here. Ow. As I said, I'm not much of a drifter, so don't hurt me. Wow, this thing has barely any grip at all. Could you imagine if this thing had normal tyres on? I can't imagine what it would be like. Because really off-road tyres are very unstable, but they do provide a lot of grip on the tread, because obviously it's what you need when you're going off-road. And it seems to be not doing their job very well here. I think 100,000 is a 3-star reward for this, so that's pretty much sort of goal. Well, that Not a very stable car to drive. Well, we got to my target. We've still got several corners to go yet. It's quite a long sweep. That wasn't even full throttle. That was like, you kidding me? That was about a quarter of a throttle, and it was still drifting out. Alright, okay, that was a fail. That was even more of a fail than I thought. Now, I don't know which way is the best way, up or down, but we'll see. This is an off-road car, we've done nothing. Oh, this feels really weird with rear-wheel drive. It just doesn't suit this car very well at all. You know what? I think it might even better with four-wheel drive. I think it would drift better with four-wheel drive because it's got that front end power that stops the back end from swinging out so much. Although I know that's what you need for drifting, but it kind of controls the drift. See? What the four-wheel drive would have done then is pulled the front end and stopped me from going out of line. So I think what would be the best idea is to check out the four-wheel drive and see how well it drifts. Four-wheel drive. Although we seem to have done a lot better than we did on the way up. Well, shizer. I'm barely putting any throttle on and this thing is just going crazy. Quite neat if I say so myself. I knew I'd spoil it. Please don't fail me. Oh. Right, you know what? Let's head back to base and let's put four-wheel drive back on because this thing is just, for me, too uncontrollable with just rear-wheel drive. Maybe if you're elite drifters out there, which I can imagine is why this thing is so requested, because it's an elite drift machine for the elite drifters, which I am certainly not a part of. Okay. Glowy event over there. What did let you bring out? Whoa. Right, so let's put this four-wheel drive system on. Let's see how this will benefit us. Because the main issue was the fact that because it's got so much power and so little grip, if we even have a look at the tyres, you can't even change the tyres. You can just change the wheel size, which making the wheels really big like that really doesn't help the car at all. It just adds weight. It causes the car to be more stable if the tyres were built for stability, but they're not, so it's pointless having big wheels. So let's put this four-wheel drive on. It's like the Lamborghini Murcielago or the Jaguar F-Type R, the four-wheel drive version. The car lets you drift, but then the front wheels kick in once the back end's lost some grip, and then it pulls the car forward. This is how I imagine the four-wheel drive kind of works in this game, sort of. Not quite as advanced as that, but that's how I imagine it sort of helping me drift there, because it won't cause me to spin out completely. Oh, this car feels so much better than four-wheel drive. It really does. The acceleration's better. Somehow the gear changes are quicker, which to me doesn't really make much sense, but the car just feels so much more controlled. Although I'm not really very good for drifting with, but I reckon we can get this thing to maybe 200,000 points by the end of it. I think going on the way down is a lot easier for points, so let's just see. Oh, it feels so much better. Although the drifting side of things there is definitely suffering from the four-wheel drive, because that was understeer then it caused me to crash into those barriers because of the front-wheel drive causing the understeer. It's like front-wheel drive. See, the back end doesn't swing out as much. Not really earning the amount of points as it was, but then again, I'm not a drifter, so I couldn't really handle the rear-wheel drive lots of grip very well. Because of course I don't think I've actually drifted any of this game since last Thursday when we did the festival playlist, but it wasn't really advanced with this one. I've already smashed my 100,000 target, so that's pretty neat. I like that. Now, can we get 200,000 by the finish line? I reckon it's pretty possible. Yeah, look at that, 200,000. With the help of Capri quite a lot, though, which is kind of cheating in a way, but not really at the same time. Whoa, right, okay, so there was the reward. So 233,000 points, which is not bad for this at all. Because the points you saw come up there earlier were the Drift Viper, the Formula Drift Viper. Let's see on the way down. I think I'm going to gain a lot more points on the way down. And the fact I'm actually used to this car as well, I'm getting a bit more used to it now. I'm not really talking too much because I'm in a bit of concentration. I can't multitask very well. Crack the halfway point. I want to try and beat the old score, which is in the Viper. Captain's a bit too quick, but I think the faster you do the drifts, the more points you get. I'm not quite sure how it equates. Whether it's the angle, whether it's the speed, or what. There's 200,000 mark. 90,000 points to go. 80,000 points to go. Whoa, put that way too quick. Right, 50,000 points to go. We haven't got much left on the track, so and we do it. There goes the old score. Come on. Oh, that is so close to 300,000. But there we go. There we go. Carno's kind of destroyed me on there. What did he do it in? Have a look here. He did it in the Viper, so he's got his own drift vehicle that he used. That Jade, whatever that name is, dude, is done quite well. He's done it in twice as much as me. But then again, as I said, I'm not much of a drifter. So there we go. Here is the Capri FE. Highly requested vehicle, highly rare vehicle. only available for a certain amount of time, which I did actually see available on the festival playlist, not festival playlist, at the time it was Forza on shop. It was available there for about 20 minutes, I think. I remember looking, oh look, it's a free FE, and then didn't buy it, not realising the fact it was, not realising how good this thing was and how rare it will become. But yeah, I did see it there, and that was quite annoying. I didn't realise that it was a rare car. But yeah, the only way you could have won this car was by completing 80% throughout the whole month, or the whole festival playlist throughout this month. And not a lot of people got that, I have heard. But again, I reckon quite a few people have got it. But yeah, I haven't seen many videos pop up about it though, which is quite surprising. But there's the Capri FE. You can't explode the car with the X button, so you have to open the doors up that way. The interior is pretty much exactly the same as I was expecting. Probably we got these scaffolding going on here. So yeah, here we go. Here's the Capri FE. It's mad. It's very light. Well, once it's fully tuned the way how I tuned it, it's very light. It's got 500 brake horsepower. Four-wheel drive makes it. I personally feel like the four-wheel drive has made the car feel better. In real-world drive, it just felt so unstable, and the gear changes felt very slow. I don't know why the gear changes have been impacted by the four-wheel drive. I don't know how that's caused it to be any quicker. But somehow the gear changes are quicker in four-wheel drive, and the way how the car feels, it just feels a bit more planted with the four-wheel drive, and the fact that when you try and drift, well, you can put the accelerator down a bit further because you got that front wheel drift capabilities of bringing the car forward a bit more rather than just spinning out like I was doing when it was in rear wheel drive mode. So yeah, there we go. So if you have one of these, I recommend putting four wheel drive on it. If you don't have one of these, I don't know when the next chance will be when you'll be able to get one of these. I can imagine it's going to be quite a while. I'd expect probably it becoming in the Forza shop for a stupid amount of Forza points. Maybe in the next, maybe another half a year or so. Because don't forget, it's been, what, 7 months since the game's been out, roundabouts. So, I don't expect it again for another 7 months or so. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video today. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you found it amusing. Hopefully you found it quite interesting. Yeah, if you did, leave a like, subscribe, whatever. Do whatever you want to do. And hopefully I'll see you probably Thursday. I know Turn 10 are doing, or Playground Games are doing a live stream within the next 4.5 hours. And even 3.5 hours, I think, now, because it's at 6 o'clock they're coming out. So, yeah, they're going to do a live stream about the new update coming this Thursday. So that'd be quite interesting to look at. And hopefully we have something really cool to look at this Thursday. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.